About a year ago, there was this evening where my older son and I were just in loggerheads. I don't remember what we were trying to do. It might have been trying to take a bath, and he was just out of control, losing it, obstinate, and I just snapped. I mean, I had a very strong reaction, and I remember my reaction being one that scared both of us. And I felt horrible afterwards. When I reflected on it, I realized I lost it because I wasn't right. There's like something within me and my mental state at that moment was not focused on what he needed. And he was just being two. He was just being an independent person, expressing what he felt and what he wanted. And I wasn't able to engage with that. And so I made a commitment to myself that I would never react like that again. And I've really tried over the last year to not let myself get to that space. What I think about is in this week's Parsha, Noach, when God reflects after destroying humanity from the flood and making a promise to never do it again. I think as a father, how painful that must have been for God to feel that his creation is so far beyond redemption that it needs to be destroyed. But thinking about what is the way in which this can now move forward. There's a midrash that this is not the first creation, that this is not the first world, that God has created the world before and many times and learned and iterated along the way. And so what made this one different is that rather than eradicating all of humanity, he found a righteous person, Noah, who, imperfect as he was a righteous enough person to move humanity forward again, and made a commitment with Noah that they would rebuild humanity. That it wasn't just about starting over, it was about recognizing that there is opportunity to learn, there's opportunity to grow, and that is part of the struggle and the reality of what life is. And I think that that's such a beautiful and humble story that God is sharing with us through Torah, that life and existence and free will and a relationship with the divine and this aspiration of life is an ongoing work in progress and something we can always aspire to. So for this Shabbat, I would hope that everybody take a moment to pause and think about what are the ways in which I can be more present with myself, to be more understanding with the world around me, to therefore work towards this more divine existence. Shabbat Shalom.